Yo, 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 what is going on, CoD Familia? It is your boy BN, aka Mr. Kingdom Builder, and in today's video, we are going to be showing you two things utilizing one sheet. Now, the first we're going to show you is how many kings and queens there are in the game. We'll show you a little bit of breakdown there, and then number two, we'll be finally unveiling the finished first data pool for my ultimate migration sheet. Now, this is a community resource that is there for everyone in the game, whether you are a solo player, you got a couple buddies, you're a small group, medium group, full group, 1 alliance, 2 alliance, 3, whatever it may be. And if you are looking for a kingdom or a place to migrate to, and you just need a little bit of information on those kingdoms, you need a contact that you can reach out to in-game or on Discord, this is the ultimate sheet for you. Now, I will be most likely updating this, whether it be once every month or two, maybe somewhere between 1 to 3 months, depending, but I do hope that this will be a utilized resource for the community, and it is public, so if you want to get access to it, all you have to do is join the Discord. Link to that in the pinned comment description right down below. After you join, you'll go to reaction roles, you'll select Call of Dragons, which is the fourth from the left. You will then scroll down, you'll see a Call of Dragons category here, you might have to pop it out. You'll go to CoD Data Stats, not Data Dump, and it's going to be the number 6 here, where it says Best Migration Recruitment Resource. Okay, with all of that out of the way, here we go. So now keep in mind the last time I pulled the data, and I do need to do a little date here because I want to say it was probably like somewhere around the 28th. I'm just going to put that in there for now because that's my best guess. So again, as far as powers specifically, as it pertains to powers, that data is not updated. The power distributions should still be updated. The kings and queen name absolutely is updated, along with the actual alliance names are updated. So those are for sure, because I just went through that over the past 24 hours. And so being able to go on here, if you're looking again for somewhere to move, you can easily find a king or queen name. You can look at who's there, relative power, if you will, for kind of, and again, it's only for the strongest alliance or the alliance that has king or queen, right? Even in most cases, it will be the strongest. There could always be some cases where maybe it's not, and they're just kind of using it as a king, queen, or filler alliance, if you will. Now, how many kings and queens are there right now? As we kind of scroll up, I'll kind of just do a couple veers here. You can see there's quite a bit, right? Most of these relatively are filled with alliances that have been able to capture dragon. Now, there are some that haven't, and for some of those reasons I think are somewhat obvious. Is a couple examples here. You see some that haven't, right? A lot of these are under 2 bill power. It doesn't mean that maybe they'll never be able to capture dragon, because we do know that they are, over the course of time, now making behemoths a little easier to cap as the timeline has developed per that season. And so it is, of course, easier now to capture behemoths and the flame dragon compared to, right, prior to the last, I think it was this last, second to last update, I believe, if I have that timeline right. But within that, now I would like to believe that after we've kind of got our first data pool here for all the kingdoms, who is a king or queen, who has flame dragon, who's in zone 3, mostly who's the top alliance in that kingdom. Now that we have the baseline stats, the next time we do this, we'll be able to see what that plus minus, hopefully mainly just plus, looks like. Because I don't think there's a way where you can remove yourself from having the dragon captured. So it's more of who's it going to transfer to at that point. I mean, I wonder what would happen if maybe you deleted the alliance. That could be something, right? Where if you delete it, maybe then all of a sudden there's no dragon. I'd be curious to see if anyone's done that or tested that, if that is actually how it works or not. But then you can see here it pretty much stops around 378, and that's because 378, so 375 through 378 are in pre-war right now, meaning they've just finished season 1 and they're waiting to go into season 2. So that's why you really haven't seen, again, I don't know how that is going to work, if there are specific, because again, I stopped at 378, so there could be some kingdoms, I just want to give a disclaimer, there could be some after that. I just had stopped there, and that's just because I would have had to go through the kingdoms one by one instead of just kind of being able to click on the overview. So it's a little bit easier, at least time-wise, for me at the moment. But again, you know, as I said, we'll keep up to date on this. Now, for the actual number here, out of 378, we'll show you that. So that's actually all the way back here at the beginning. If I scroll down, here you go. So we have, we'll blow this up a little bit too. Maybe do that to 20. So at the moment, out of 215 kingdoms out of 378 are, and let's do a quick, and then we'll convert this to a percentage, and then we'll blow that bad girl up. There you go. So 215 out of 378 kingdoms at the moment have a king or queen. That's 56.88%, almost 57% of the kingdoms. So it's a little bit more than half have a king or queen. Now, you may argue that's a little bit low. I think it'll be interesting to see how many more get a king or queen from now on. You know, as we go over the next couple months and more kingdoms keep getting introduced, is it now all of a sudden going to be easier? Is this, when you look at this number, do you think to yourself kind of grades where you would kind of grade the game's health as far as it pertains to total population, and then what should be average population per kingdom in order for each kingdom to be healthy enough to at minimum get the dragon, even if they don't have an abundance of activity? Like a good example is in 65, they have dragon, they have one alliance there. It's like a little bit less than 6 billion, and that's it. Right, everyone's kind of funneled in there, and the alliance isn't even fully active as far as filling out its capacity with, you know, again, 100% active players. So, you know, and again, that's still okay-ish. And there's even some kingdoms I've seen that do have dragon, and they're, you know, at 1 to 2 billion power, but they're still at least able to get it. So, again, I'll be curious to see how this percentage fluctuates as far as by how much the next time we do a poll, the next time I look at how the data looks. And maybe I'll keep some kind of a timeline here. Maybe I'll just say, I'll do something like this for what will be, and I'll probably have to reformat this, but just so something's there as far as when this was pulled, so that way kind of people know what that number looks like. So with that in mind, now we kind of get to the last part I want to touch on, which is that kind of how you can go about utilizing this sheet. So let's say you're a player, you're a group, you got an alliance full, 2 alliances, whatever it may be, and you're looking to try and figure out, and maybe you look at this and you say, okay, well, awesome, you know, I've been kind of wanting to move to this kingdom, you know, I see, or maybe, hey, there's this dead kingdom here, maybe we can fit a couple alliances into, or there's like a really low powered kingdom that has someone that actually captured dragon, per se, or, you know, maybe I just want to go move somewhere, and I just want to be able to go and reach out to someone, or like this group of kingdoms is kind of within my range, let me reach out and kind of see what they're about. So if you want to do that, right, and I always like to kind of give this explanation. So like, let's say we take Jalal's name here as an example from EXP. If I was to then go in game, the way that you do this is you go up here, settings, you go other, you scroll down to search lords, you click on this, you control V, copy paste, and then you do search. And then bam, right there's Jalal's, and you can see it's EXP. If I click on the alliance, it shows EXP, right? So that's kind of the quick way on how you can pull from this sheet and just do a copy paste in game to reach out to these people. And so that, I think, for the most part, really kind of covers. Again, I do plan to add a little bit more on here. Again, things that you can see would be, you know, I'd love to add if any of these kingdoms have a Discord. So let me say this, if any of the alliances out there, or if you're the kingdom as a whole, and you have a Discord, please reach out to me. Hit me up on Discord. If you have a recruiter, hit me up on Discord, right? So if you want to get yourself added to this sheet, reach out to me. Let me know the kingdom you're from. If you have an alliance or a kingdom Discord link that you're okay with people joining, right? Or if you have a migration server, specifically whatever it may be, reach out to me, shoot me the Discord. If there's a specific Discord recruiter, please reach out to me. Again, I will add that information here. As far as things like available shells, or if you have recruiting details, you can reach out to me with that as well. Let's say, for example, you're looking for a certain amount or certain particular players. you're more than welcome to reach out to me on that. This is definitely something, I'd love to kind of be proactively crowdsourced, so that way people can reach out to me, and it's just a lot. It's so easy for me just to go here and just fill this in. And so I'll probably just be focusing mainly on a couple data sets, which is the name of the king queen, the number one alliance, is it kind of imbalance balance on the power distribution, maybe active alliances as well. So probably like those 4 or so categories, but everything else, again, I'd love to add information here. So, if you're someone that's from that kingdom, you're in that alliance, you're the king queen, you're kind of the main recruiter for the kingdom, or that alliance, reach out to me and you can hit me up with the deets. Aside from that, if there's anything else you guys would like to see on this sheet as it pertains to kind of game-wide recruitment and migration, let me know. Whether you're the player and you'd like to see something on here about the kingdom that can maybe help you make a better or more well-informed decision, whether that's prior to reaching out, or even if it's like, oh no, man, I love everything that's written here, this is definitely the kingdom for me, or man, I wish there was a column for this because it would really help me make a better decision, let me know in the comments down below. That's going to do it for me. As always, until next time, we'll catch you later.